Hello and welcome to the Skool News. This is Skool News Full Moon Edition.
It's a full moon tonight. So let's talk about some new features. I know you guys want this one, duplicating courses. So let's say you've got a course in this group called Moonbathing, right? Called Moonbathing 101, right? And inside here, there's all kinds of modules.
Well, Mosey on the moon.
Mosey moon manifestation, moon landing, dark side of the moon, right? So here's a course with, folders, pages, descriptions, everything, right? Now, let's say I want to make a copy of it for some reason. You can just click this, duplicate course, done, click to refresh. There it is.
Nice.
Look at that.
Boom.
Perfect. Everything exactly how you need it.
Very cool.
So we have the duplicate course feature, right? We also have, you can also duplicate folders too. So let's say I want to duplicate moon history here, right? With all of the things inside it. I can just click here and then click duplicate folder. Boom. There it is with all of the pages inside it. So now you can duplicate, I can duplicate a page in a course, right? Boom. So now you can duplicate pages and folders and actual courses. So you can basically do, everything you want inside a group.
Infinite moonbathing.
But, what say you want to share courses between groups, right? Like let's say you have different communities or you're deciding to, migrate 3 different communities into one community and you want to move courses over, right? Well, you can do that too. We came up with something called course keys, and course keys allow you to share courses between groups. So I'll show you how it works. So on your course, you just click this and share course key.
Wow.
And only owners can do this for obvious reasons. Otherwise, someone could share your course key. And you do want to be careful with this because anybody that has this key will be able to copy the course into your group.
So you can put moonbathing in your group with that key.
Yep. Now, it's only available to owners, right? So if you're responsible yourself, then you should be fine with this. But let me show you how it works. You just copy your course key to your clipboard, and then you can go to your other group. I'll go to Owl Odyssey here, go to Classroom, new course, and then up the top right, you can see import with key. I just click that, paste the key in, import, in progress, got it. And it will give me a notification as soon as it's done, and it's already done.
Wow.
So there it is.
Ooh.
So now you can duplicate pages, you can duplicate folders, you can duplicate actual courses, and you can share courses between communities very easily. So yeah, that's a pretty cool feature.
Yep.
Now, something interesting is course keys could be used for templates. I don't know if people will actually do this or not. I don't even know if this is a good idea or if it's even necessary, but people seem to like templates. Mm-hmm. They like Canva templates and Notion templates.
Yep.
I personally don't like templates, but I seem to be the only person. So now you could essentially make a template for a course, and then you could share the course key with it to people, and they could just instantly copy in that template. So this could lead to some interesting things, or it might lead to nothing at all.
I wonder if, say you teach personal trainers how to be a better personal trainer, you could make a course on how to have good nutrition, and then let all of your personal trainers have a nutrition course inside of their own community with them doing no work.
Yeah.
Or you could have a course on how to use Skool and let people duplicate that into their own community.
You could do that.
You could do anything.
Yeah, or you couldn't. So there is the course keys feature and duplicating course. Hope you like it. Now, new member search. So this one, if you've been using Skool for a while, I'm sure you've experienced this pain that used to exist. Oh, and by the way, this duplicating course keys, it's not live in production right now. It will be later today. So maybe by the time this video even goes live, or by the time you're watching it, it'll be live. But for people watching right away, it might not be. Yeah. But new member search. So maybe you've gone to search for a member and you can't find them. And it's because they have churned. They're no longer in the group, so you can't find them. Or you've banned them.
Yep.
Right? And sometimes, someone will email customer support and then like, hey, they ask you a question and you can't find them in your community. Or let's say you ban someone and then, they changed their behavior and you decided to let them back in the community, which happens every now and then. You have to click through 15 pages, pressing
sucks.
Command F and searching for the person. It's it sucks. It can take 10 minutes to find the banned person and unban them.
Yes.
And so, this used to really suck. I'll show you what it's like now. So let's go to Dollar Club here. And if I just search for Sam and I click on members, I can see active, churned, and banned all in one.
Very good.
So let's say I'll look for Kirby. And are you active? Oh, you are.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to give you a ban. And delete your content.
Oi.
Okay.
I'm getting bullied.
All right. Now, let's search for Kirby. And there he is.
Bring me back. Please.
No.
Please.
Fine. All right. Unban. Okay. So now, that's going to make your life a lot better. You don't even have to navigate to the churned tab to search for churned, and you don't have to navigate to the banned tab, and there wasn't even a search for banned anyway. So you can just search in one box up the top and find active, canceling, churned, and banned members all in one.
Very clean.
Yeah, it's a lot better. It should have been like that from the beginning. But yeah, that was my fault. Now, the cat. So this isn't a new feature, but we wanted to share it because it provides a lot of value. It's an Easter egg, but I guess it's not really one anymore if I'm going to tell you about it. So the cat, you click into a search box, any search box, and you type in "let there be cat," and you hit enter. So it plays some music and you can pause it, right? But then let's say you want to play some funky music. And you can navigate around. Maybe a bit of lo-fi.
Oh, that's relaxing.
Bit of metal. There's only one thing to do with this. Oh, I can't ban you.
Why?
I was going to ban you to the metal. It seemed appropriate. Anyway, and then there's Make It Rain. and you can get Make It Rain going with some music. Personally, I like to get Gangster and Make It Rain going together. That is the cat.
How do you make it go away?
Oh, yeah. So let's say you don't like this cat and you regret installing it. You just type shoe cat.
Bam.
And it's gone.
Value.
There's serious value. Now, there's another little secret that's in Skool, the ka-ching sound. So when you get a customer on Skool, it makes a little sound like this. Right? It's a good sound. Making money is good, but it's even better when you hear that. But if you want to, like, let's say you're not lucky enough to make some money on Skool, or you just want a bit of a pick-me-up, you can press Control and then 4, which is the $ on your keyboard, and it will go ka-ching.
Wow. Infinite money.
Yep. So that's another little secret. And then ka-ching notifications play on your desktop at the moment, but because people like them so much, we're gonna send them to your phone too. So ka-ching push notifications are coming soon on iOS and Android, and they're even gonna play the ka-ching sound.
Ooh, can you do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you can just let it go.
Let's go. That's
Yeah.
a flex. Imagine being on a date and it just goes ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, imagine being asleep.
Ooh, even better.
You'd sleep pretty good. Now, Scorpio full moon tonight, apparently, according to Google. And then I have this pic that was Kirby basking in the moonlight with, you can see the Scorpio sign there.
I also have a pic of Sam doing some moonbathing that he hasn't seen yet.
Oh, shit.
Johnny, change camera. Can you see that?
Very good.
This is real, not AI.
Okay. And then, we were thinking yesterday, like, what else are we going to talk about? Because we've got some new features. Very cool, the cat, da-da-da. And, obviously we're still working on those big ones. Big ones being like unified payments and native video hosting.
Yep.
Those are big ones. So, like, it's going to take a little bit longer. So we were like, what should we talk about? And Kirby said, let's talk about Skool's origin story.
Yeah. I think that some of the biggest lessons that I've learned to do with community building have come from people telling stories about how they got their start. So telling the story will be valuable. It's also an interesting story. So do you remember when you first started thinking about Skool?
Well, I ran one of these kinds of businesses that people run on Skool, which is you are passionate about something and you build some content around it, you build an audience and you build a community around it, right? So I was doing that. I did that for 7, 8 years maybe. Mm. And I loved it. But the tools I was using, I didn't really love that much. Back then it was like Facebook groups was the community. And then for the course, I would use something like Kajabi, right? And people were in these separate places. Then you had to use Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, you had to tie all of this stuff together. You got Stripe connected in there too. Oh my God, the Zapier things in the webhooks always causing you harm. And I just thought this burden of technology is just so painful. Mm-hmm. This is pretty advanced what I have to do to make this work. And I'm teaching other people how to make this work, and they were always struggling. And so I had to I had double burden. Not only did I have to do it for myself, but then I had to show other people, and I was like, this sucks a lot. And then you also had to do these other crazy things like SEO, very complicated, paid advertising, complicated, email deliverability, complicated, payments is complicated, accounting's complicated, and then analytics, like tracking, trying to make some tracking work.
Horrible.
it's really, really hard, honestly, if you build it all yourself or you try to connect 100 different tools together. And I just thought that this could be this could be made simple. And I thought if you made it really simple, then maybe everyone could do it, even if they didn't know much about technology. Like it could go mainstream. And then, I know also that a lot of people spend a lot of time like doing ads and SEO and these other things to try to grow. And I thought, well, if we built a network for it, then maybe you wouldn't need to do that stuff too. Is if you were good, then Skool could actually like deliver you customers, kind of like an Airbnb, because Airbnb makes it super simple, right? And you get discovered on it too. So I thought, what if there was a very simple way that was seamless for people that had a passion to build community and make money? And what if they could also get discovered? That was the idea.
And you were making good money before, and Skool costs a lot of money. Why did you think about stopping what you were doing to try Skool?
Because I was bored.
Okay.
Well, it's when you've mastered something, I just was bored and I wanted something to do. And this seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a challenge. So, yeah.
So the first thing that you noticed was the problem, all of the problems that your customers were having and that the market was having. And what was the process of actually trying to build a solution? What did the very beginning of Skool look like?
Well, I moved to California because I was like, this is a software company and I'm going to need software engineering talent. So just moved, which can be kind of good sometimes. It's just like a fresh start.
Yeah.
And then started looking for a technical co-founder that could code it and look after the technology side because it's immense. Yeah.
And what was that process like?
Took 1 year, 600 interviews, and then found Daniel, my co-founder. Yeah.
600 interviews.
Around there, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't quit, because 600 interviews, a year of doing what feels like no work. How did you get through that initial period of feeling like you're making no progress? Because so many people start something new, get really excited for it, and then when they try it, it's harder than they thought it was going to be. So they just stop and go back to what they're used to. How did you have the drive or the motivation or the willpower to keep going?
Well, what else was I going to do? Like, it was pretty simple. I couldn't start it without a technical co-founder. Well, I could, but I wouldn't succeed. So what's the point? So it was very simple to me. I either find this person, I can't build it until I find this person. And yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to quit. No, if you ask my wife about it, she would say I was not very happy. But what else was I going to do? That was what I thought. Like, yeah.
Do you remember how you got the first few people using Skool?
Yeah, so we started with we called it a private beta, right? And I just went into my Facebook community for what I was doing, and I found people that I was close to or that were very engaged, right? So I was trying to find the most engaged people, or also people I knew and liked. And I found 10, 20 of them, and personally DM'd them and brought them over. And then every week or two, I would invite 30 or 10 to 20 more. And then I scaled up that number until there was quite a few people on there. And then when there was enough people in there, at first when I invited people in, and this is why you want to do it in waves, only let some people in, because they're going to come in and be like, what the hell is this? And they're like, Sam, are you okay? And then you deal with that, and then it gets better. And then you invite some more people in, and they're like, what the hell is this? But this is something else at that point, because you've already solved the first one, right?
I see.
And then you keep doing enough cycles of that, So I would like exhaust the feedback and improvements from one wave. I'd call them waves, and then I'd let another wave in and see what they could find. And then once I put enough waves through and did enough iterations, it got to the point where some members started saying, I want to make one of these. Yeah. So it was interesting. After at first they're like, what the hell is this? Are you insane? Or they might just straight up tell you this sucks.
Yeah.
And then after enough feedback and improvements, you get people saying, I want to make one. But it still had no business model. It was just free because they said, I want to make one. They didn't say, I want to pay. So then we let some people make it. And then when they were now an owner or admin, they had a whole new dimension of feedback. So I'd kind of exhausted the member feedback. Well, not really, but enough that they wanted to make one. Then you open up another dimension of that. But yeah. And then you start doing that. And then when it's good enough, I was able to charge for it. And then, yeah, that's how we got started. Same way you'd build a community, I think. Start with the people you know.
There's so many lessons there for community building. If you just start with the people that you're closest to that you know will like it the most. Beta launch, private launch, starting with some sort of a wait list, only inviting the people that you know are going to be the right fit. I've seen that time and time and time again.
It's a cheat because most people, they plan a big public launch, they build this whole massive product, they launch it, and if it flops, one, that sucks. Two, you feel pretty shit. And three, you just publicly humiliated yourself. And you kind of burn some trust with everyone that you know.
Oh yeah. So
you should be a bit more strategic before you pull that trigger.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is to make sure this is what I do to make sure I don't miss, but you can always miss. First of all, you want to make sure that what you're going to make for people is what they want. And that should be kind of obvious. They should be asking for it, or you should talk to them and validate it, right? Even at the idea stage, make sure there's a need for the thing. Then you make the first version of it, and you might start just conceptually. What if I made this? What if it had these things in it? It was this price, it worked like this. See if they're interested. And this, you got to get on Zoom calls and stuff to really sense this. And then if they say yes, then you can make it, but start small, scrappy, do a little beta version, get people into it, and then make sure that when they're actually using the thing, that they like it. And then let in a few more people, and then a few more people. And then when you're pretty sure this thing you've got is good, then do start blowing it up.
Yeah.
It's because then by the time you go to, do the main push, you've already, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. So when you do that push, you're going to have so much more confidence, which is going to make your pitch and your push way better. Otherwise, you're kind of going to be nervous because you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
And then there was huge focus put on making the product good before you focused on growth. I think a lot of people start something, and even if it's not good, the first thing they try and do is get as many people in as humanly possible. How did you have the insight to make the product great instead of just trying to grow from the very beginning?
Well, obviously nothing gets really big unless it's good. So it depends. Are you just trying to make a little bit of money, screw some people over, bounce? Or are you trying to build something for the long term and something that can actually be good? And I was trying to do that one. But I also know from past experience that in order to make something good, I think a lot of the time people are just forced to monetize because of necessity.
Yeah.
And I learned that early on. And so I've made sure that that never happens to me. So I always make sure that I've saved enough money, or my cost of living is low.
Yep.
And there's enough money in the bank account so that I don't have to worry about trying to make money fast. Because, if I need to eat and I don't have any money,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be trying to perfect something, right? I need to eat something. Yeah. So you know, sometimes that means, I don't know, like keeping your job, like, and then working on it on the side. Like, so many great things happen like that, by the way. And yeah, or doing some services or whatever it is on the side of this other thing to kind of give it some space and time to become good. Yeah.
And maybe we can end with, was there any specific moments in the early stages of Skool that you remember that you think define Skool's culture or show the way you do things in an interesting way?
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, my wife and I flew from New York. We're in New York, and I was like, I don't know if this is the right vibe for this. It's too like transactional.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let's go to San Francisco. So we flew there, we looked around. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel right. So then my wife was like, oh, let's just rent a car and drive down the Pacific Highway because that's a cool drive. So we did that and came to LA and was like, hey, this place is kind of cool. I like this place. And my wife was like, I like it too. So we moved here just because we liked it and it felt right. And I didn't know this at the time, but LA is the gaming capital of the world, basically.
Right, yeah.
It's where all the gaming companies are. So when I went to find talent, that's where I found Daniel, my co-founder. He was from gaming industry. And then he knows people from the gaming industry. So we've got a lot of software engineers from Riot Games. And they did like League of Legends and stuff. And so then they've had an influence on Skool with gamification. All of those features came from them. And they also, like early on, I remember I was building something with Daniel, my co-founder. Oh, and there's a picture here. We found an origin pic. Full moon theme.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool. Full moon theme too.
Damn.
This was the early days. It was just like two of us. And I remember early on, I forget what we were working on, but I was like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to do this. Like not Skool, but some task. And I think Daniel said to me, like, how can we make this fun? Because he was like, oh, this is boring. How do we make this fun?
Yeah.
And I'd never thought about it that way before. But then that really worked. Turns out the thing that sucked, we shouldn't have done. And the reason I didn't want to do it is because I shouldn't have done it.
Interesting.
And when we thought, how could we make it fun? I got motivation to do it and we came up with something more fun.
Very interesting.
And so that's what gaming people do, by the way. Games are fun. So like that how do I make this fun piece has been a core part of like Skool's DNA and culture. So we tell our team that too. If you're going to do anything, think, how can I make this fun? Not only for you, but because if the team thinks it's fun, they're going to be more productive. They're going to like it. And then when other people use it, they're going to think it's more fun too. And so, you know, there's all of these choices that end up kind of adding up, like choosing LA over San Fran, over New York, finding engineers from gaming, introducing gamification, making it fun. And I guess that's led to things like the cat. There's the cat, there's the ka-ching. And you know, the cat, one day I was just sitting outside and I was like, there needs to be a cat in Skool. I don't even know where that idea came from.
Oh, that's funny.
So.
Yeah. You said the other day, a few days ago, you said, the way things are unfolding, it seems as if Skool was what I was meant to do. Yeah, well, not when I was starting, but you know, once it started moving, sure, yeah. Sick. That's it for this week.
See you later, bye.